All right, so we are now recording, and we're going to be going through WPWand today. And WPWand is a AI content generation plugin specifically for WordPress. And so it is a WordPress plugin that you'll need to install on your WordPress site. And it can work with any theme and will work with your site. So for demonstration purposes today, we have set up a specific site, just a demo site that we're going to be using for our showcase. But you'll need to install this once you actually purchase the software, install it as a plugin, and then activate the license. So before we get into the details of that, we're going to go over the product itself and some of the features that it has, the team that is behind WPWand, and then go into our demo. One thing to note is that if you have any questions while this webinar is going on, there is a Q&A button that should be towards the bottom of your screen where you can put your questions into that area. We recommend that you use this option versus the chat option so that the questions and answers are visible to every participant. All right, so what is WPWand? How can we use it? And kind of who is this for, right? So WPWand, as we just mentioned, is specifically for WordPress that allows you to create AI-generated content. And so for those of you that are familiar with the AI-generated content space, this uses the ChatGPT option. And you will need your own ChatGPT account and create your own API key for you to be able to use this software. So if we look at the site, you can always find out more information about the product here at WPWand.com. This is the site for the product itself. Get a little bit more familiar with some of the other features and things that we may not be showcasing on this demo. And also check out their public roadmap on the site as well. So if you want to check out the roadmap of where they're going, it is publicly available right on their navigation here. And you can see sort of what is planned upcoming and where they're going in the near future. So at its core, WPWand basically allows you to generate content using ChatGPT within the WordPress editor. And this is really the main point, right? So if you're using ChatGPT itself, you can use it yourself, put in your prompts, etc., get the output. But then you also have to just copy and paste it into whatever CMS or wherever you're going to be posting it. And so this kind of takes that step out of it, where you can generate the content inside of WordPress, inside of your CMS, and even inside of your builder, which we'll get to. So what is the team behind WPWand? It's Finest Devs, and they are a WordPress theme and plugin shop. And the founder is Farhan Rizvi, and they have been in the WordPress space for a while, and definitely looking forward to creating more products and iterating on WPWand to get it further down the road. So let's go through sort of the demo. And as I said, we set up a site that just is sort of showcasing a graphic designer. It's basically a portfolio site. We just put some demo content in there for now, just to get the site populated. And you can see some of this, site text is lorem ipsum. So as a website builder, we're going to go through some of this process of generating some content for the site, as well as generating blog posts. So you can use it for any of those purposes. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to access the WordPress admin. And so I've already logged in. Once you install this plugin, you're going to need to activate it. If you purchase the plugin via RocketHub, the activation, you'll need to follow the redemption instructions to get your license key. And in this place, this activation tab is where you will put your activation key and hit the activate button. And once it accepts the key, you'll see that it is activated, and you'll be able to access all of the features of WPWand. You will also need to put in your OpenAI API key into this OpenAI API key field and make sure that you do save it. You can select the model depending on the plan that you have, whether it's ChatGPT 3.5, Turbo 16K, or GPT-4. You can also select some of the other models as well, but for the purposes of this demo, we'll be using the 3.5 Turbo 16K. Some of these other fields, when you get down into the weeds of the AI content generation, you may want to adjust, but we're just going to leave most of those at the defaults for now, and we're going to be generating content in English. You can select up to, I think there's something like 20 or 30 different languages if you want to generate content in other languages, particularly if your primary audience is in one language, but you have a secondary audience that you want to generate content for or similar content for in other languages, you certainly can do that. So once you've populated all the settings and you've activated the license, both the WPWand license as well as the Open API key, you can start using this plugin. One of the things that we do recommend before you get started is checking out this advanced tab and actually telling ChatGPT who you are, things about your business, and who your target customers are. And this will help ChatGPT kind of inform itself on the basics of your business, who it should be, and who you're targeting to sort of mold the output that it's giving. And you can give this in ChatGPT yourself if you're using ChatGPT software, but this sort of helps guide your prompts and guide the steps that you're doing, so you don't have to enter this every single time. So we've populated for the purposes of this demo, since it's a graphic designer or web designer that we are demoing, that we've taken liberty of populating some information related to that to keep with the demo that we're doing. So the first thing that we're going to do to generate content is actually creating a new post. And so we're going to add new, and this would be a new blog post. So we're going to use the AI assistant in this case. You can just start writing just similar to how ChatGPT works. You can type a prompt here just to write anything that you want. But we're going to use a more guided approach, which is one of the advantages of using WPWand. They have definitely a number of templates that you can use for text generation. And right now you're showing 44, which will likely increase in the future. 44 templates of different options of what you want to generate. So you can, for instance, generate a headline, you can generate a blog title, blog paragraph based off of some information. There are more specific use cases like creating a job post, product description, creating social media posts, creating meta descriptions. As you can see, there's many different options depending on your specific use case. And this can definitely help guide you if you don't really know what to do. As far as copywriting as well, they have 3 different copywriting formulas that if you're familiar with copywriting, this is definitely an option to create sort of more custom content within a particular framework. And so for the purposes of this demo, we're just going to use the one-click blog post. So here, since they're a graphic designer, we're just going to pick a kind of a random topic about in the graphic design or web design space. We're going to say how to make a picture transparent in Google Slides. So image transparency, we're going to put, this is optional, but we're just going to do that. We're going to say informative is our tone. The point of view, we want to do a second person, which would be the you sort of moniker, and we're going to leave this in English. So we're going to generate content. And it's going to take a little bit to do its thing. But once it does, we're going to be able to insert this generated content into the body of the post. And so here we go. Here it gives you a table of contents. It gives you all the many different sections, including an FAQ about it. And this is pretty good. It seems just off the bat. So there may be some slight editing that you may want to do, but it looks like a very good start. So let's insert this into the editor. There you go. One thing that you do need to do is just copy and paste this into the title, as that's the main heading of the blog post. And here we go. So this blog post isn't super long. So I think people that don't necessarily know much about image transparency, for this particular blog post, we want to expand this. So it doesn't seem like it's a very long part about that. So we're going to use the WPWand, select the paragraph, and choose expand. And it's going to populate an expanded version of this paragraph right below it. Great, there you go. And so, yeah, this is more along the lines of what we were looking for, a little bit more information about image transparency. So we're going to remove that first section and then leave what it has produced. So this is actually pretty long. This is a great start, but we're going to finish this with the image generator. And so if we want to create an image for this post, we're going to just say, give it some general prompts here, computer screen showing a presentation. Now, you can probably get a little bit more fancy with this, but we're just going to create a general image for this particular blog post. Now, you can also select more than one result to choose which one you want. This one seems fine just for the purposes of this demo. We're going to add it to our media. All right, so now it's inside of our media library, and now we can go into the post settings and choose that option as the image. And we're going to set it as the featured image. There we go. So now we have the content as well as the image generated in just a few minutes, and we're going to publish this post on the site. There you go. That's how you would generate content for a blog post. And generate the image as well. So now, and all within WordPress. So there's no leaving the WordPress editor. There's no copying and pasting. It does it all for you. So what about other content, right? And so as we mentioned on this demo site, we have already populated some information, but it's not fully. And so for this site, we are actually using the Elementor page builder. And so we're going to actually showcase that of how you would edit some of the content inside of the Elementor page builder. So we're going to edit the home page with Elementor. And so WPWand does have headline generators and things like that, but just for the purposes of this demo, we already have populated some headlines here and we're going to use WPWand to generate the paragraphs for each of these sort of subsections here. So we're going to let the page load here. Looks like it's thinking a little bit. Might be having some internet issues, or maybe I clicked too soon. Let me try to refresh that. There we go. Yep, so I probably clicked too soon before the page loaded. Sorry for that. And so you can see this WPWand icon here. We can use that to generate content within the builder. So we're going to use WPWand to regenerate or create a new description that is better than this lorem ipsum text that we've already populated here. And so we're going to use the paragraph related to headline. And so we're going to take this dress to impress. We're going to take ask for 3 results, and we're going to be helpful tone. Now the point of view, we're going to be first person since this is a graphic designer, and we're going to leave the language English. And so you can see it came up with 3 different options. We're just going to, this one seems, we're going to choose this option, this third one. We're going to insert it into Elementor, or not. Yep, so we're going to paste that in, and now you have a new description. And so that's, you can see that the WPWand option does appear pretty much in most areas in the WP or inside of Elementor of where you would want to generate content, right? So this paragraph text, for instance, you can generate content, new content. You can generate it for this headline, and pretty much wherever you'd want to generate text content. And so that is the WPWand inside of a builder. It is also compatible with other builders as well, but just for this showcase, we're choosing Elementor. So I'm going to exit out of this. And then we're going to showcase one other feature, which is in part of the Pro plan for WPWand, and that is the bulk article generation. And this option is available here inside of the bulk posts area of WPWand. And depending on the plan that is purchased, the amount of bulk posts that you can create depends on your plan. So right now we have unlimited. So we're just going to create some bulk posts here. And we're going to choose the website design topic, just a general topic for now, just to see how this works. And we're going to say, let's generate 5 blog posts. So there is a limit at this time of how many posts you can generate at once, of 20. We're just going to choose 5 for now, just and continue. So you can see here, it generated 5 blog titles that are in the website design space. So these actually seem fine. So I'm just going to select all of them. We're going to include a table of contents and an FAQ, sure. And we'll leave the key. We're going to do helpful. All right, so there you go. And there you go. It's generating the blog posts, and it will this is happening in the background, so you don't need to wait around, and you don't need to worry about your internet connection going in and out. It will generate this in the background. And so when it's done, it will show the status, completed, and it should show the posts inside of your post area. So that is the bulk posts function. And I think that pretty much concludes the demo that we're going to be doing today. I do want to open it up for some Q&A.
Great. I think it was amazing. And the level of precision which it generates is going to be, I think the content generated is going to be very useful for anyone who hasn't posted anything on WordPress for long and is looking forward to creating bulk posts and generating more traffic. So pretty much useful for all the SEOs, content writers, affiliate marketers, and product marketers, stuff like that. So if you're on the fence of grabbing this, I mean, you shouldn't even think about it. You are in WordPress, you won't leave the platform, and you will still get good content generated.
And you can see it's sort of making its way through the different blog posts now. I guess we can go through some of the questions here.
Yes, I'm going to read them. Second.
So if anybody has any additional questions as we've gone through this webinar, please use the Q&A function so that you can submit your questions.
Cool. There's a question for what is being used for the image creation? Is it Stable Diffusion? The answer is no. We are using DAL-E, so you don't need any separate API for this. The same API key will work for your account as well. Hope that answers your question. For the next question is about the white label and can it create user limit feature and domain limit? So the answer is no. There's no user limit feature and domain limit feature for now. So you can, there's no limit for that. Hope this answered your question, Gaylor. All right, now we take a question from Brett. How does this rank in SEO? Example would be analysis via Neuron Writer. So I think the content is already optimized for SEO. So whatever you generate, it would eventually rank in Google like all the AI content ranks. But again, if you're going forward with analysis for Neuron Writer, can be done.
Yeah, and I think if you want to rank for particular keywords, you would use or make use of the keyword field.
Yes.
Inside of the prompt, for example, the one-click blog post template had a field for keywords that you want to target, right? And so you'd want to fill that out if you're trying to rank for a particular keyword in that article.
Great. Okay, Gregory is asking if you can again showcase the white label features so you can see it inside settings.
Oh, yeah, sure. So white label here, this is the third option inside of the main settings. So you can upload a different logo, so it uses a different logo for WP1. So it up here, for instance, if you wanted to change that, you could upload a different logo. You could also upload a different icon, so that the icon that appears on the left here of the admin bar, as well as the icon that it displays throughout the editor, would be different as well. And then you can also change the brand naming, brand colors, plugin name, description, what author it uses, author name and author URL when it generates the content. And you can even disable the white label tab if you don't want people viewing that as well once you change these settings.
So yeah, this is pretty good for people who are looking for a white label. All right, so the next question is from Hani. So does it give you API and web to cooperate with integrated application like Flumatic, which is WordPress application that I can manage? Hani, are you asking about if this can, if it can integrate with Flumatic, which is an automation plugin? If that's the question, I think that's not right now. There's no webhooks currently natively available inside WPWand. So yeah, I think right now you cannot integrate currently. Okay. So Brett is asking another question. Can you email some of these blog post results so we can use and check the SEO ratings? Yeah, I think after the webinar, you will have the access to the replay, and even our team is creating certain blog posts which we will be sharing. If you're on our Facebook groups, you will be able to see those sample articles which you can again go and analyze by yourself. Okay, I hope that answered your question. All right, so we have another question from Gregory. Can we choose who the article is written by default, or we need to have white labeling to have that option? Chris, can we check? I think it's asking about the author name by default.
When we're talking about, I think, bulk generation, it would probably be under the author name. But as you can see, as we were doing the demo, when you're creating new posts individually, we are generating the content inside of the account that whatever account we are currently logged in with, right? So when we hit add new, it's defaulting to me or my account right now as the author, right? Obviously, you can change that here inside of the dropdown, but that is basically how you would change the author. But the default would be, when you're creating individual posts, at least, would be the author that you're logged in with.
Got it. Cool. So there's another question about the integration with Scory SEO and Rank Math. So yes, it currently integrates with Rank Math. Plugin you can generate meta descriptions and things like with a single click inside Rank Math without writing manually. So yes, Rank Math is currently possible.
And unfortunately, at the moment, we don't have Rank Math installed on this site to be able to show you. But
correct. Correct. So if you have Rank Math installed as a plugin, you can use WPWand easily.
Yeah,
It
it
with
should have the same sort of WP1 icon that you can click on to generate the content, just like we saw inside of Elementor, the page builder.
makes sense. Cool. I think if we have answered of the questions, so we are here for you to ask more questions. Keep them coming in, so we know that you are clear and you are ready to buy WPWand today. If you liked the webinar, if you liked how the output came in and how easy it is, just type one in the chat box so we know that you're active and you are going to grab this or already grab your code, because this is one of a kind software which, hardly comes in for WordPress folks specifically, and it's easy to use. So there's a question from Gregory. What about Scorgi SEO? And is that possible in the future for an integration? So we'll get back to you, Gregory, on that, because right now it's in the roadmap to integrate with Scorgi. So that's yes, we will bring that integration for you. Hope that answered your question. Cool. Great. So if you guys haven't grabbed your code from RocketHub, we are currently running 20% off coupon code, so that won't be available for long. So go ahead and grab your code from RocketHub and use the coupon code earlybird WPWand20. I've pasted it in the chat, so you can just copy and paste it inside during the checkout and grab your 20% off coupon code. All right. Okay, there's one more question from Rev. I'm using Breakdance instead of Elementor. Will it work? Okay, it means so he's using a Breakdance page builder, and yeah, I think W1 works with almost every page builder, so you don't need to specify or mention any one of it. It can work with Breakdance, it can work with Elementor, it can work with all the WP Bakery, anything you're using, WPWand is eligible, and you can go ahead, install the plugin, and start using it without any worries. All right. Hope that answers the question, Ref. All right, so we're open for more questions. Do make sure you leave this webinar clear-minded to go ahead and purchase WPWand. There's a question, will this video be available after? Yes, we will send you the replay of this webinar. You can watch it again and again and make the decision, but make sure you grab the code because the early bird coupon will expire very much soon. So make sure you do that.
So Ref, I think we did get a clarification from the founder here. Specifically for Breakdance, if I don't think there's full integration with the page builder Breakdance, so there may be instances where the content or that WPWand icon may not appear for you to generate the content specifically into that particular field. But you can always use the AI assistant that we were using, that window that opened on the right. Let me see if I can show you here, to generate whatever content you need and put it into the specific part of the breakdance builder wherever you do not see that option.
Great. Okay, so there's a question from Brett. Which Facebook group should we check for the example blog output? Cool. So Brett, okay, so Brett, you can, if you are part of the RocketHub's Facebook group, you can join in there. I'll just link the Facebook group's URL in this chat, so you can request to join in if you haven't. Got it. Great. Hope you join in right now. I think, yeah, Chris, that was great.
Yeah, great. Yeah, so
There's
this is definitely a product that's useful to almost any WordPress website owner. And I think it's a great deal going on right now. You can access the deal at rockethub.com/deal/WP-wand. We'll also put that link into the chat as well. And the landing page for the RocketHub deal is up on the screen right now.
Hey Brett, a clarification. We only have 20% off and not 60% off. It's from RocketHub official, so the coupon code is mentioned by RocketHub team. So please go ahead and use that code on the checkout, and you will get a 20% off. No, Henny, we cannot do 60%. Only 20%. So go ahead and grab your code while the 20% off is still available, and then it won't be there at all. Cool.
So the early bird discount does end this coming Sunday at midnight Eastern time.
Eastern time. Okay. So thanks, Chris, for the demo, and thanks everyone for attending the webinar. We'll be sending you the session replay again, so you can go ahead and replay it and see how WPWand works for your business and for your website and for your WordPress ecosystem. So thank you once again, and thanks, Chris. Anything to say?
No, that's it. Thank you. Thank you for attending, and please check out the deal. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.